good afternoon, or good morning.
Well, when people hear this thing, it's not going to be in a day or a night. It's whenever they want to. That's what a podcast is. Well, like first on the schedule is introduction. Um, this is awkward. This is like the first date, you know, when you go meet a girl and you're like, hey, what's up? You wanna go somewhere?
When you go to school for the first day of school, that awkward period of time where you're just like staring at people and they're just staring back at you and they're like, how's it going? And you're like, oh, okay.
Like, when you're presenting with your team,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
like, this is my presentation, and there's a lot of things in it. This is the first edition of the Buenos Diaz podcast, guys. It's
It's kind of awkward.
This is our first.
This is our first time.
This is our first issues go. They're not the perfect, but we'll get better. Don't worry. Don't worry, guys.
Hopefully
We'll get better. And our first job is to explain what a podcast is. And Perla doesn't really know what a podcast is.
Yeah. I just got introduced this right now.
A podcast is different from a blog.
A blog is every day. It's what you do during the day.
Well, you can have a podcast every day, but like a blog, well, you do
it during the day.
You do things that happen like sequentially, and you have to show it.
Mm-hmm.
Or
a podcast is like where you talk about anything.
Podcast, you have. Well, some of them have like a set structure. Like there's these Radio Lab ones, and then there's this history ones, hardcore history.
Mm-hmm.
The Joe Rogan podcast is my hero. He has just like random subjects at all times. He doesn't talk about anything specific. He just goes on and just likes to have a nice conversation and stuff.
Mm-hmm. What
we want to do is just, talk about what we think is important and what we like to talk about. And for me, it's not a lot of things I like to talk about. But what I do like to talk about, I'm really passionate about. And I just really want to offer something different than all those stupid blogs, the ones where they cut in and they're like, "Hola chavos, ¿qué tal? ¿Qué show?" And then they switch to the side and like, "Today we're gonna talk about all this stuff," and it's just like, it gets tiring after a while. It gets to be like the point where you just don't want to listen to it anymore. You're like, "Ah, man, this stuff again. It's the same thing over and over again." Wait, hold on. She's running my eraser. No, back.
What eraser is that one? This one?
It's the gum eraser.
Oh, okay. So we just recorded a minute of you chasing the dog.
That out.
That's very nice.
Alright.
Okay. Back to where we were. Well, yeah, a podcast should be something fun, not something that's long going and you're like repeating it every day. That's what I feel like a podcast should be like. With just seeing these videos, you can see that they do the same thing every day. Like, oh, it's a girl from LA. Oh, it's a girl from New York. And she's doing the same thing every day. She just goes to work, comes back, or goes to the gym. And it's not very eventful. Some blogs, I admit, some blogs are really, really good. Like, I watch a blog, but in Spanish. Oh, yeah. She lives in Japan, but she does all these blogs about her day that are different. And she explains everything to you, like, detailed. Oh, you should look at Ruti-san.
I've seen that one before. It's terrible.
Oh, you're so mean.
I don't like that stuff. Well, I do. I watched what's the one called where they used to be in Korea but now they're in Japan?
No, that's Eat Your Kimchi.
It's Your Kimchi. I like that one. That's a good show, but I haven't subscribed to it. Shout out to Eat Your Kimchi.
They should shout out to us.
They're like, shout out to that channel that shouted us, but isn't subscribed. Screw you guys.
I am subscribed though. I am. He isn't.
I'm not subscribed. I only subscribe to podcasts and fighting stuff, and that's about it.
UFC.
Blogs, I've gotten sick of blogs. Or just used to watch them a lot, but I'm like, man, they don't talk about anything important. Like literally, some of them don't talk about anything important. Some of them are cool, some of them are really cool, really awesome, but in reality, it's just really boring stuff.
I just watch like that's the only two vlogs and really YouTube channels I actually watch. Like sometimes I just look up stuff from I don't remember this. He does them not myths. He does scary stuff. I don't remember anymore. I'll look it up and leave it in the description box.
Yeah, I'll leave it in the description. Just to introduce myself, my name's Luis, and this is my sister Perla. And as far as we know,
we're siblings.
As far as I know, we've been doing this a while, but we haven't practiced it in a really long time. We go back. Like our first video was the reggaeton video that we did.
How old was I?
You know, the mothers is already age.
How old were we? I was like,
I was like 13.
And then you weren't 13. You were like 15.
Yeah,
around there. Cause I was like 8 or 9.
Yeah.
And Fernando, our younger brother, was like featured in the video too.
He should be featured right now, but I don't think he wants to talk to us.
Yeah.
He's very nervous. And then we did the Spartan one.
Yeah.
The Spartan.
Where I kicked you down.
Kicked me in slow motion. Yeah, that was the most popular video that I think that I've done. It's only like 1,500 views, even though that's still pretty good since we.
Yeah, we don't do this on the regular.
We practice this a lot. But it seems like now it's a good time to release the podcast, and we gotta do it frequently because it's something I've always wanted to do. I always wanted to get my name out there and I know it sounds egomaniac, but that to be a successful artist, you gotta get recognition, and I think I'm at that level where I think I've studied long enough, and I want to show off my skills, and hopefully I could get a job doing that. Right now I'm studying to be an English teacher, but in reality it's just it's not something I see myself doing for the rest of my life. Just it's something you realize when you're in the career, the further you go into it, the perks and the negative aspects of that career path, and I'm already seeing the negative aspects of it, and I'm not liking it. I could be a translator. That sounds good to me, like just working in private, translating papers. But I just want to do something I enjoy doing, and art is just something I love to do.
Since you were younger.
Since I was young. Since I was a little
lad. A little lad drawing on paper. Back when my mom was, she used to tell me all these things. Like my cheerleaders.
There's a really bad Irish accent. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We just lost all our Irish viewers.
Look, alright, I ain't coming to go find it.
It's unaudible.
I just came here to eat my haggis.
Today, it's a sad. Well, this whole week has been sad because we have given away almost all our puppies. We have a little. My dog Dory gave birth to 8 puppies. 8. There were 2 black.
Black and white.
Well, 1 black and white. Double black and white. 3 whites. This is the smallest one. She has yet to be given a name.
We haven't decided.
We haven't decided. And there's also 2 brown ones.
Oh, really fluffy one.
We named this one Kodak, like the camera company, but
we're gonna get sued for that.
we were going after Kodiak. But Kodak sounds easier, and it's easier for the Spanish people to pronounce.
We still haven't explained that.
They don't need, my mom doesn't even know that it's named Kodak, right?
No.
So I don't think she even cares. And not to be like spreading any rumors around, but I think dogs are racist. Because every time I would go down the stairs, I would see the three brown ones grouped together, the three white ones grouped together, and the black and white ones grouped together, and they're all separated. I'm like, I thought it was a racist. They're really goddamn racist, man. And we just gave them all away like in one day.
My mom did. I was asleep.
I was trying to wake you up. Like, they're trying to take away the dogs. And you're like, I'm sick. I'm dying. And you didn't want to listen.
I was really sick though.
You're like, I'm sick. Now help me.
My mom was gonna do whatever she wanted anyways. That's what she gets her way.
Bruce, stop.
We have another dog too. His name is Bruce. Because our dog's name is Dory. If you guys don't get that reference, please. You're too young to watch this.
Nah, just get cultured. Yes.
Get cultured.
It's everywhere.
Oh yeah. What else is on the agenda?
Agenda, after we did introductions.
We eat and then we leave.
Wait, my introductions aren't here. Well, we talk about how it feels to be out of high school. Because my sister just recently graduated.
Like a week ago.
High school, like yesterday.
Okay, barely.
It seems like only yesterday that
it's a week.
Was going into kindergarten.
You still remember?
She's going into college. Stop! 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 Please stop.
My dog's really noisy, I'm sorry. And my brother is too. It's been only like what? A year. A week since I got out. Shut up.
And I don't know, you lived high school, all of high school here, right?
Yeah, all of high school here.
And I passed my high school over there
In the States.
In the States. And I want to, like, you see the high schools in television, right?
Yeah.
Can you tell me like what you see is different from what you see on TV? Because the high school TV that I see
here,
no, the TV over there is pretty much essentially the same, except less drama. So I mean, you see the jocks separated and the nerds separated, and there's a clear distinction in the social order in school, but in television it's very exaggerated and it's usually followed by a good ending. My ending was pretty boring. I just didn't do that much in high school.
Do you regret it?
No, I don't regret it.
What?
I don't regret anything.
Well, apart from you, I'm very different. I actually was really social, so I used to.
I got friends. Unlike you, I spoke to people.
And in Mexican schools from high schools over there are very different because we're all uniformed. We're all uniformed. Like, we all look the same. They all talk the same. We like the same things, but the thing that's like different is your phone or the bag you're carrying. Like there was, or the makeup you wear, or the hair, your haircut.
That's just culture right now. Everybody has a phone, and everybody does that. Right? Is that
yeah,
what you're
but
talking
no, I'm talking about like I had a friend that had a phone, like a really crappy phone. It was like those old, like really blocky phones.
Just the cheaper ones, right?
Yeah, cheaper ones. And a girl like used to be like, I don't talk to you because I have an iPhone and you don't. And I'm like, what does that have to do with anything?
Is that how it is here?
Yeah. Like some girls are really like that. Like I have more stuff than you. I'm better than you.
So materialism is.
It's really big around here. Like from my experience, I don't know if anybody else living here has the same experience. But people really malicious. Like yeah, like that. Like if like I would see people dating, and I remember one girl I could like hear it telling her friends, oh, he buys me this. What does your boyfriend buy me? He doesn't buy me anything. Oh, so he's being cheap. You should dump him.
Is that a real conversation?
Yes.
Really?
Like, there are girls from, like, first year, like, 11th, 10th year over there talking like that. And you're just, like, sitting there, I'm like, what is wrong? And like, oh, it's because my dad says I shouldn't go for people that can't give me anything. or people that can't give me a good life, and I'm like, are you just gonna get married to the person you're dating right now?
Well, they put a, I don't know, it's just TV puts that mentality in them. I hate TV here. I hate it.
Depending on what it is.
I think no. Every time I watch it, I'm like, this is a comedy, right? All of this is a comedy. I mean, there's like this one drama that my grandma was watching.
Which one?
I don't know. I remember it. Un Camino al Cielo. And they every like 5 minutes they would cut to like this completely different scene that had like nothing to do with it. And one of them was just like the girls shopping, and it's just they're trying on glasses, and I'm like, there's no audio. I mean, there is audio, there's just music, and then it's just girls trying on glasses, and then it cuts to like a different scene, and I'm
it's
like,
all dramatic,
and it's like boom, and this guy talking to this lady trying to make some schemes, and it cuts back to the girls shopping again. I'm like, what's up with these girls? They're literally not doing anything. They're not carrying the story. This is the worst. They're just showing that this is what you're supposed to do. Girls are supposed to just go shopping and just look dumb at all times, because these girls, that's what they were doing. They weren't even talking to each other. They're just trying on things. And I didn't need to go on in a rant there, but
it's it's cause I don't know. I don't get it either, because I don't watch Mexican dramas or novelas, como le dicen. Like, I don't watch those because I find them really, really boring.
that's what we should do. We should watch,
Find
out the most popular shows here. And
El Señor de los Cielos.
And schedule them, and then we do a review after, and then we detail how.
No, they're called El Señor de los Cielos. It's about narcotraficantes, like.
Is it ridiculous?
It has. My friend says that it's really good. I'm not. I don't really like interested in that. Even one of the guys in college, he watches it too, and he's like, "It's so good. It's on Netflix. You should watch it." And I'm like, "What? I've never heard of that show." And he's like, "Oh, it's really good."
It's Pablo Escobar?
Yeah, it's. I don't know.
Is it on Netflix?
I don't know. If you guys know what Señor de los Cielos, explain it to us.
I think it's called Narcotraficante.
No, it's called Señor de los Cielos.
Is it made in Mexico?
Yeah, it's Mexican.
There's a really popular show called Narcotraficante.
But it's on Netflix, no? That one's an original. No, this one's like.
On TV?
Yeah, I think so. Oh, there's another one, La Reina del Sur, the queen from the South. You've heard of that? I think my mom watched that one though.
That's an old one, dude.
Yeah, but they say it's really good.
It's made a comeback to reboot.
Yeah. Like también, ¿cómo se llama? Lola la trailera, no? Eva la trailera.
I've heard of that one.
Yeah, but it's
from. had movies of that, I think.
It's a re-adaptation of that movie, of those movies.
Those made like 8 or 9 seasons.
Yeah, I asked my mom like, what is it about? And she's like, it's about a lady that drives a truck.
And she cheats for drugs.
No, she
fights crime.
She fights crime, and she like saw something she wasn't supposed to, and it's like they're tracking her down now.
So,
I'm like, what is going on, Mom?
Sounds like.
I think I have more fun watching Cantinflas.
Sounds like no. You just convinced me to watch that show. I'm gonna watch that. I gotta write down. Watch Lola. What?
Lola la trailera.
Lola la trailera. Oh, we're gonna have a fun weekend, aren't we?
It's really awkward. How long is it?
So far, we have, I think, 18 minutes.
18 minutes? 17? Yeah, 18 minutes.
And it didn't feel like anything, so I think we can do 4 hours.
Well, depending who it is, too, no? It's like...
Yeah. Back to the school subject.
We already got... School sucks, that's what it is. School sucks.
School sucks, and now you're just entering into university.
Yeah.
And
does it suck even more?
No, it's way better.
Yeah?
It's definitely better. Damn, it's way easier. I mean, it's not easier. I mean, it's easier socializing, and it's easier making friends, and especially for people that are coming from afar, foreigners. You'll get some. This is like a straight up warning to people. I mean, you come here with expectations of people like
being understanding.
No, I mean, I'm just talking about like bad expectations. People like expect you just to see blood, expect you to see guns, expect you to see people in burros, and it's really not like that. It's. I mean, in the villages you'll get that, but you're expecting to see that. You expect to see people like that.
With me,
you
when I
love
was
it.
younger, like how I used to ask my mom, "How's Mexico? How's this? How's that?" And she's like, "Oh, your grandpa's always on a burro, and he has a little farm." And like in movies, you see like deserts, and you're like, "Is that Mexico?" And I'm like, "That's Tijuana," and I'm like. Yeah, that's like literally Tijuana nada más.
Every part of Mexico they show is like a desert.
There's a desert, and if we turn around the
Every-
camera,
every-
it's like green
It's all
and
green,
beautiful.
Trees. I've never seen so many trees.
I know.
It looks really good. I love it here.
It's beautiful.
It's really changed my perspective in life, and makes me appreciate what I have more, and it makes me think that everything doesn't last. You know,
Yeah.
everything we hold so dear, it doesn't really matter in the end. You just need a change of perspective, and then you'll be happier.
You should just like go live. If you guys have a chance to like travel and study somewhere else, you should do it because it changes your life like completely.
How do you feel about what you're gonna expect going into college?
I feel like it's gonna be a lot harder. Like I used to pass all these because I don't get why I was horrible at school in the States, but coming here I usually get 8 or 9s. Well, it's like B and A.
All right, let's just
like
explain
that.
it to our viewers. Here, instead of using the alphabetical grading system or A plus, B plus, here they use numbers.
1, 2, like
and
1 to 10.
It's just like the metric system. I mean, everybody around the world uses this system, like just a numbering system instead of the letters. It's the thing where America just wants to be weird. They use the imperial measuring system and the lettering grading scale. Numbers are just easier to deal with, guys.
But I remember like they'd be like, oh, in my junior high, like you got an I, and I'd be like, oh, whatever, it's an I. Like here you get a 5, and you're like, holy crap, I got a 5. How did I get a 5? I'm like, it's the easiest thing in the world, and I'm like, I come here and I see the difference because, like, even in the language system, it's not parallel with what we were learning. Like it's the same properties and like with words and stuff, but I feel like I was more advanced in junior high until I got to like second year of my high school. That's when I realized like no, like they're not. Well, I'm not ahead. My junior high just like showed you more, like in smaller amounts of time. They try cramming your brain, and like here they take your time and they explain things to you. And if you don't get it, they'll explain it until you get it. And that's what I like about the schools here.
I don't know.
You know,
I didn't go to.
Yeah,
high school
you don't
here.
remember.
I'm just experiencing university here, and I think it's easier than It's easier.
It's easier than you expect.
Than expected it.
Than you
But
expect
still,
it.
It's not like you're gonna kick back your legs and just expect
No,
things
to
It's
fall
like-
into your hands. Yeah.
It doesn't do that. I mean, it doesn't work like that. But it seems like I'm a lazy guy. I'm a goddamn lazy guy. My room is a mess right now. I don't want to pick that up right there. I mean, there's a bottle right there, and it's so easy to pick it up. And
Oh, you don't want to. You
I
choose
don't
not
want to. And it seems like when I'm at school, they think I work really hard. It's just
They expect more from us.
they think we're masters in the English, but we're not. We're far from it. We just.
I learned the basics.
I mean, I like the language. I love it. I love
Ooh.
comedy in English. I love it.
I get it.
But I'm not an expert on it.
Yeah.
I'm not the greatest. There's things I struggle with, where I struggle to explain them how I know it. When you get down to it, you don't really you English speakers don't even know some of the structures themselves. I had this one foreign guy come over from States. His name was Anthony. He came over, I don't remember, Minnesota or something like that. And he was playing rugby with us in our rugby team. And I just spoke to him in English, and he was being a real cool guy, and he was only speaking in Spanish because he wanted to practice it. And I was like, hey man, like studying to be an English teacher, but I struggle with telling people the rules and stuff. And he's like, with his beard in his hand, and he's like, man, nobody knows the rules. So I'm like, that's true, man. It's true, straight up from.
It's because the system they use here is not the same system I learned or the same way I learned, because over there they like, I remember from kindergarten they're like, oh, this is an apple, apple, and they would like separate the words of like apple. What letter starts with B? And you'll be like, oh, a B, B.
Well, I think people try to when they struggle is because schools here want to cram. I think
6 years.
6 years of elementary, high school.
No, in elementary
school
in like
English
1 year.
class, in 1 semester of English class.
Yeah.
And it's where they struggle. And I see the classes, and I'm like, I took French, and I put myself in the shoes of an English learner. I'm a Spanish speaker learning English as an English speaker learning French, and it's very complicated. It's very different, and they teach me all these rules and structures and where to place the accents and stuff. And I sympathize with the Spanish speakers when I'm like, damn, this French stuff is hard, and I understand why people struggle with it. But when it gets down to the speaking part, that's when I excel. That's where I'm really good. And I got to a point where people are like, wow, you're a really good speaker, and I think I'm shit. I think I'm the worst. But if you just focus on getting yourself to speak, and getting the motivation to speak,
Practice it,
and without any fear of getting things wrong, then you'll get way better, because you'll most definitely get things wrong. You're expected to fail. If you don't pick yourself up, or you don't fail in the first place, you don't fix your mistakes, guys.
It's because I remember I took French in junior high over there. And I remember, like, I used to suck at it. I used to suck really bad. But my teacher would, like, change it in Spanish or do it in a different way. And I would change it up, and I'd like, I understand it. Like, I would understand some things. I was better writing it than speaking it.
Just to clear things up, you still suck at everything.
Yeah. Shut up.
I don't want to mislead our viewers and tell them that you got better at stuff. No. We're still learning stuff.
Yeah, we haven't gotten better, but we're learning and progressing.
We're all learners. If you're like 60 in life and you say you learned everything, you're still a fool. There's still a lot of things to learn here in this world, and if you don't start learning, you'll never get ahead in life.
Well, yeah, but it's like it's different because like older people like around the world are different. Like customs are different.
So like the customs here are very similar depending on where you are. Like here in the village, life is kind of very different. I feel out of place.
It's a town, not a village.
It's a village.
It's not a village. A village is like
what's the difference?
Contlalco. It's smaller. This is a town.
This is fine, whatever. Town, village, town. I feel out of place. I feel like I don't really belong here. That's what I feel like. I mean, they might just call me Wedo, and that's it.
Yeah.
But I feel kind of out of place. But when I'm in the city, I'm like that.
It's because we're used to it. We're more rural. We're urban type of people.
We're urban, and I mean, basically, Mexico is just in the cities is like United States. It's like California.
Yeah, California all day.
It's East LA.
I found churros too, and I'm like.
You're basically in California. There's no difference. I mean, you can walk to a KFC, McDonald's, all these restaurants here. It's just like you never left. Seriously, and it's gotten to a point where I saw a new 7-Eleven being built, and I'm like, really? That guy here? Really? It's just like
I'm waiting for Maverick.
I'm waiting for fucking for less to get here. That's what I miss. Five Guys.
Five Guys, yeah.
Five Guys, if you're listening to this, bring a chain here, and then we'll make sure we publicize you every day.
Yeah, I miss Five Guys.
I'll wear your shirts every day. And if I get like free fries.
Yeah.
Those are amazing.
The burgers were the bomb.
They're amazing.
Like, no hate on everybody else, but they still...
No hate on In-N-Out lovers, but...
Five Guys is the shit.
Five Guys is way better. You got...
Like, In-N-Out's good, but I still like
I don't know. It's just too small. Like the birds.
They're just tiny.
But they're good.
They're really good. I never got to try animals though.
I never got the 100 one, 100 by 100.
Mm-hmm.
Those are my dad would have gotten so mad at me.
Dad, don't look at this.
And it's like I heard that there's 100 patties by 100 pieces of cheese. You're gonna get that?
How much will it cost?
How much is it? Nah.
I'm not saying my dad's cheap, but
it's
just putting it out there. No comment.
It's to get back into the school subject. University, it's way better.
Yeah.
It's way better. People are way much lively. You can go anywhere and basically make friends. I encourage you to join a lot of activities.
Yeah, I have to do sports. Do volleyball again.
Or you could do one of those artistic shops and stuff like that. I met a lot of people doing sports and doing activities. Like rugby, I met some of the coolest people there, and I learned how to work hard at something. But then school and stuff got me occupied, and I haven't been back, and I feel ashamed. What I really want is jiu-jitsu to be taught in university, but there's no classes. I mean, it makes sense. We'll get this off in the first episode. I'm a jiu-jitsu lover. Ever since the first time I saw the Hoist Gracie take down Ken Shamrock, I was in love. I was like, this
is my sport.
This seems like this shit works. It's not. I tried karate.
You cried?
For 2 months. I got my ass whooped by this yellow belt kid. There's pictures of it. There's proof.
Yeah, I should bring them up.
There's emotional scars I can never show people. I show it through my art. I tried it. I'm like, fuck that shit.
It's like Fernando know that.
I'm not gonna get hit in the head. No, thank you.
My younger brother tried karate too.
He tried taekwondo.
Oh, no, he tried karate over there.
States.
Yeah, my dad tried taking him, and my dad says that the kid was gonna punch him or something. No, I don't remember.
Well. Yeah.
And Fernando ran out crying because he didn't want to get hit.
I mean, nobody wants to get hit. Nobody wants to get punched in the face. But it's something we have to, it's in our DNA to get to learn. But there's no safe way, to take the fear away from us. Well, at least as far as I know. But once I learned jiu-jitsu, it seemed like you don't even need to hit somebody to defeat them. And that's just beautiful. I'm a pacifist at heart. I've never been in a fight. Fernando has been in more fights than I have. I've only been in like one fight, and it wasn't even a fight. It was just like a strangulation match.
What?
I'll talk about it in a different podcast. It's a long story. And
my dad's gonna be.
We're gonna see how the first episode goes, and if it gets more views, then
we're gonna talk about that.
We'll talk about that story. The guy that I got in a fight with, he used to be my friend, and we got off. He deleted off on Facebook after that. Fuck him.
If you're watching this, fuck
nobody
you.
likes him in school. He hates me because people think I'm cool, which I'm not.
Just get that out.
I'm the worst that you've ever met. I just really want to get I really love jiu-jitsu.
You've said that.
It seems like that's the one martial arts that's been tried and proven again and again by the Gracie family. And in martial arts, where every fighter has like a base in jiu-jitsu or at least some jiu-jitsu defense, where if you're in a submission, you know how to escape. It's a beautiful art, and I think it should be taught in school. Like it should be mandatory to be taught in school. And especially for women, because it's really dangerous for women.
Especially here.
Especially here, it's dangerous for women. There's like some sort of it's not. I see the news and I see what's going on in the States, and there's this whole rape culture going around where everything is rape. Like you look at a lady and it's rape, and girls accusing men of rape, even though when they're like, I don't know. There's a whole bunch of studies and cases. I'll try to study and pull up my debate next time, but I think it's bad here. You guys have it good in the States. You don't know how good you have it.
Yeah.
Here, women are objects, and especially prevalent in the rural areas,
Yeah.
where the narcocorridos and the corridos in general,
Yeah.
they paint women as just
As sex
objects,
objects.
plebes, jainas.
It's horrible
I
here.
hate it. I hate those type of culture. And I hate that. I mean,
It's because what's it called? That's what got cool here. Like after when my dad left, like if you hear the songs from 90s to 2000, it changed completely. Like
Bronco was the shit.
yeah.
Bronco. I was listening to it.
John
this morning.
Sebastian.
John Sebastian. Vicente Fernandez. Those
Mhm.
those
Oldies.
Those oldies are
Yeah,
amazing.
they're the shit.
But now the music has gone downhill. And
Yeah,
it's just,
like not to be like mean or anything. If you guys like those type of songs, like Commander,
Go ahead.
La Banda MS, there's like so many things that just like portray women as sex objects. I don't listen to that songs, but like my dad puts them on, or people around here like put them on, and they're like, oh, this song's really good, and they sing it, and I've heard little kids sing them, and I'm like, what? I'm like, and then my dad's like, we listen to rock, or we listen to like other type of songs.
I listen to all types of music.
Yeah. But the difference, like, you see, like, they're portrayed as women, as what they are. And, like, in rock, they're like Aerosmith and the Beatles, and all that, talk about how beautiful women are.
Or how beautiful life is.
Life is in general. And they're like, why are we portrayed as, like, rebellious teenagers? Like, my dad's like, turn off that music, or nada más dan como puros gritos, like, they just yell.
Well, it's like
Screaming or whatever.
if you guys understood what they were talking about, you wouldn't. And then we understand what their music is talking about.
Yeah.
We don't like it.
We don't like it because we don't like the song. Like some songs are good. Like there's like what?
There's a couple that I like.
Like Jenny Rivera, she was really good too. Like I like that type of song. But like we understand it. Like if like any Mexican understands like a few words. Like they understand bitch. They understand shit. They understand like bad words. But they don't understand like the words are like portraying a woman's beauty or the life of her life. They don't understand that.
There's no songs that makes us even. That they don't picture us as we're equal.
Mm-hmm.
There's always like the dominance over them, or I have to rescue them from somebody
Oh yeah.
and make them mine. This is my object.
Yeah,
This is
like
my thing you have. I want it. Stop looking at it. I'll hit you.
like yeah, like there's this one song that portrays like, friend, I'm gonna steal your girlfriend, or I'm gonna steal your girl. And then there's another part that says, oh, I only go out with princesses. I don't go out with whores. And I'm just sitting there like, you see the change in it, like from like I'm gonna steal your girl to I don't go out with whores and stuff like that. And I just sit there in the car like, what's going on?
Not to discriminate against our culture, there's music like that
And then
in English.
in English too.
Culture. The rap music, and then
Depending on who the rapper
depending on
is.
who the rap music is. Right now, rap is going through a revival. I'm not
Like it's really good.
it's getting way better. Like Kendrick Lamar, he's bringing that shit back. Drake, I love Drake.
Drake is getting back on his feet.
I love Drake.
He's getting back on his feet.
I love it, and there's still some songs that are still like in there that are digging their hands into that culture, and we just need to get out of that. You know?
Yeah.
We need to get out of that mentality.
Like, well, there's like in Spanish there are songs that like de banda that are really good. Like there's some good, like, but most of them are like, well, what I've listened to around here son narcocorridos, and they're like, you see little kids like our neighbors, like one day you guys are gonna hear like they're just gonna be blasting stupid songs like that. That's how it is.
It's just something we don't like seeing, but we can't evade it, and we're just kind of like we're kind of growing numb. I mean, we can't. maybe if you listen to this and you're like, wow, there really is a lot of narcocorridos. I don't want to listen to them anymore. Maybe we made a little bit of change, but here we stopped.
We're voicing our opinion.
We're voicing our opinion right now, but it's just because
Who does it?
Who does it, and we just
We grew up with it.
We've grown tired of it.
Uh-huh.
Basically, we've grown tired of it.
My brother's growing up with it. I'm growing up with it.
Fernando doesn't really pay much attention to anything.
Yeah.
He's kind of like, I wish I was Fernando. I wish I didn't give a fuck as much as Fernando.
Yeah.
He goes through life without giving a damn.
But he's like that because
He's got autism.
he got autism.
Which he's got a wealth of creativity.
Yeah,
But
he
doesn't
does
tap
sculpture.
into it.
He doesn't like to tap into it. The other time we asked him to make a sculpture. No, we asked him like we could post it on. It's like, what if they don't like it? And he wants to do it, but he thinks of everybody else. Like he thinks of the effect of it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, we gotta get him involved into our company.
A little company.
Buenos Diaz Art.
It's because my brother's not bad or anything. He's not
He's
severely
he's
autistic.
misunderstood.
He's just misunderstood.
Severely misunderstood.
Yeah, because you know how many times kids have hit him here? Like,
That's why I taught him jujitsu.
yeah.
I taught him a bit of what I learned from online, and I'm not saying
I'm an expert.
I'm an expert, and watching online videos is what makes you a jiu-jitsu expert.
Mhm.
But just watching stuff online, you get an idea of what it is, and if you watch,
One first.
that's fine.
Yeah? I paused it, okay?
Sorry about that, guys.
Wait, there.
All right, technical difficulties, but we're
Yeah.
back.
We have too many puppies on the floor
Yeah,
walking around.
they unplugged our cord and we ran out of battery.
Yeah.
But back to our brother. He's misunderstood,
Yeah.
and
He was diagnosed when he was, what, like 6? With autism?
mild. He's got mild autism.
No, it's not even mild.
It's got barely borderline.
Borderlines, The only thing he has, like, of real symptoms is his emotional breakdowns.
Emotional breakdowns and just attention deficit.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he doesn't pay attention to a lot of things,
But when he does, he pays too much
he
attention
does
to it.
a lot of. He's got notebooks filled with like all the stuff that
He reads.
He reads, and then he just makes lists of things.
He's very organized.
But like in the weirdest ways.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, are you gonna use these things for anything? And he's like, no, I'm just writing it down. I'm like, all right, man, you spend your time however you want. He's a very weird kid.
He's not weird.
I think he's weird, but I like weird. Weird is
Uh-huh.
good. If you're not weird, you're not my friend. Seriously.
It's because, if, like, when we got here, like, you got here before I did. But you was just around with my grandparents and you, know? Like, looking at stuff. Like,
you traveled around, though, and he saw a lot of places that,
and he
pretty
doesn't even remember that stuff.
I don't remember that stuff either. I don't blame him. I'm like, well, I don't know why we went all the places. I don't remember. Even the pictures we have, I'm like, really? We went
I
there?
don't remember.
That's why people take pictures, I guess.
Yeah, to remember.
Because my memory is not really as good as I remember. I remember like good stuff, like the stuff that matters to me, stuff that it seems to have some emotional thing with me. Like hanging out with my friends after we've been caught in the rain, seems legit.
Well, I do remember some stuff, but, like, people like, do you remember this? And I'm like, nope.
I remember like really weird stuff that people have done, and or, like when it's about money. I remember like I had this girl borrow 20. She never gave it back, and every time I look at her, I'm like, I squint my eyes. I'm like, you know what you did. I know. We both know. We're not. Let's just stop acting dumb.
You see, it's like the weirdest shit you remember. But my brother, like, he can, like, tell you stuff, like, he has a really big emotional attachment to, and he'll explain it what happened. And I'm, like, that type of person that's, like, I don't remember this, but I remember this part, and, like, this. But I remember stuff that I don't have emotional attachment to, like, I remember stuff I did yesterday, like, in the middle of the night, like, I got up and I talked to my dog, like, randomly, and, like, just got up and left. Like, I remember those, like, little things that I do, like, really weird myself out, and I'm like, why do I do that? Why do I do this? And my brother's like not like that. Like he doesn't remember. Like I remember this because when he was little, I got hit for it because he put the towel in the sink and he like left the water running.
And it flooded?
No, it got all wet and he turned it off and he left. And I went into the bathroom and like I did my business and I left. And my mom's like, "Why'd you leave the towel in there?" And I'm like, "But I didn't leave the towel in there." And like it got all wet and now all the stuff is like wet. And I'm like, I don't remember what she was yelling at me. She was yelling at me in Spanish. I like barely remember what she was yelling at me. And like I got like hit like twice by my mom or my dad. And then like Fernand's like, "I'm sorry, I did it." And I'm like, "Why did I get hit by you?" And he's like, and like I held it against him like for quite a while. And I'm like, "You have to do this for me because I got hit for you." Like I remember those little things, like that emotional attachment that I hated Fernando for a whole week, like that. That's it.
I don't call
You,
anything.
you see?
I'm just living my life, I guess. Yeah. I mean, life is crazy. It goes through all these twists and turns, and Fernando he's
Trying to go in a straight line.
gonna. I mean, Fernando, he's lucky to have us as brothers. I mean,
Oh, shut up. I used to torture him when he was younger.
Well, right now, he's
We gotten older. We see what we do and we finally understand it.
we have an idea of what we're gonna do in the future. Or at least I have an idea of what I'm gonna do in the future, and it involves my sister and it involves my brother. And this is a nice way to sum up the end of the podcast. That we don't really know where this is gonna go. We hope it goes up. We hope we get more viewers. We hope we didn't scare any people away from joining the podcast. We plan to do more eventually, and we gotta set up a schedule, and we gotta.
I think we should do like fines de semana, like weekends.
Like one in the weekend and like one halfway through the week.
It's because I'm gonna start going to university too.
We're both gonna be going to university.
Yeah, but you get out later than I do, and I get out earlier than you do.
That don't matter.
It don't matter. Middle of the night
What do you
doing a
mean?
podcast. I'm getting my.
What's your schedule?
It's 7:30 in the morning till 12.
And then you go home for that?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm like free halfway through the day. Like most of the day. My schedule's screwed up. And then we'll borrow the school's studio. And I've been there once. And I'm like, wow, this is really nice.
Do you think so? What else?
When I went in there with the girls, and they were like, "Can we use the room?" And the girls were like, "Yeah, whatever. Here, here's how you use the computer. See you later." And I go away for like 3 hours. Okay, see you later, Miss Jackie. And I went in there and I saw like the chairs with the headphones and the microphones, and I speak into it and I hear my voice, and my friend speaks into her voice and I hear it. And I'm like, this is amazing. and I spent like 2 hours in that room. It didn't feel like that because like I was cracking jokes the whole time. I was like doing this, and I'm like I was having such a fun time with them, and I'm like, this is a nice place to do a podcast.
Well, we should like interview them, like university students, like Nikki.
It's all part of phase 3 with my plan, and it doesn't involve just you. It involves a multitude of people. I thought about this, like I've been setting up mentally like who's valuable in the situation, and I narrowed it down to a select few people. So you're gonna be seeing a lot of cool things from our channel, our pages, and a lot of things and ideas that I have set up, and we just hope that if you're watching this, you subscribe to the channel. I mean, they say a lot, subscribe, but seriously, it'll help us a lot to motivate us to do this stuff, and it'll just help us grow. And if you share, that's just even better. I mean, if you tell somebody and then they tell 2 friends and then tell 2 friends, it's amazing. It's amazing what the internet can do. We hope you have enjoyed our podcast. I'm signing off. Luis Diaz.
You should follow us.
Follow our Twitter. Follow our we're gonna get our Instagram. We're gonna get Facebook. We have Tumblr. We're on all platforms.
Buenos Diaz Art.
Except MySpace. We gotta get a MySpace.
Oh my god, MySpace is so old.
We gotta get an AOL Messenger account, one of those old ones. Let's be back before you
High
were
five.
even born. We're gonna get
High five.
a PO box. Just kidding.
Oh, yeah.
We don't get mail.
Oh no.
We can get mail,
But they like weigh it, and you have to pay for what it weighed for.
It's dangerous here too if they have it. If you send something that people might like, it gets lost.
Yeah.
It's dangerous, whatever. But
Only if we ask FedEx, like there's FedEx here in.
yeah, there is FedEx, but I don't think they can find us in the middle of nowhere.
No, in court, and we can do a PO box in Cuernavaca.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
But
We'll
this
just
is the
think-
beginning. This is the first episode.
Yeah.
We're already trying to run before we can even crawl, guys. But it's just a promise that
We still have 10 minutes, so.
it's good. That's good.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
So yeah, follow, subscribe.
Subscribe. Any comments? Questions? Just write them down.
Or just give us a topic.
Give us if you want us to talk about something
In specific,
about Mexico and how it is to live here.
After 12 years of
After
it.
12 years here and 12 years there, because I'm 24, I can tell you a nice idea of what I think. So that's it for the Buenos Diaz podcast.
Thank you.
Good night. Or good afternoon.
I'll check it. What to call them?